first time. That's a bit of a challenge, but I know there's not a lot of satisfaction and excitement coming out of this afternoon's game for A&M fans, and a lot of concern, frankly. And I think you sensed a sense of urgency from Jimbo Fisher after the game. He wasn't happy with his performance either. Said it's on him to get things fixed moving forward. Again, you'll take the win though when you can get them. A&M improves to 2-0, but just looking at the schedule moving forward, you've got Arkansas and Mississippi State on September 25th and October 2nd. And frankly, those are going to be the two games right now that all eyes are going to be on those two games, because Alabama's looming less than a month away now, and it's hard to feel good about where A&M stands with that game less than a month away. And it's going to be a huge game for A&M. There's going to be a lot of recruits in the house. And frankly, the performance has got to get a lot better. Again, you're listening to the Texas A&M Kent State post game, the voice of college football. For me, the biggest concern, there's a couple concerns defensively for me. The first is offensive line. I didn't see the offense. In fact, I saw the offensive line take a big step back from week 1 to week 2, and that's really concerning because you see a lot of teams take the biggest jumps forward from week 1 to week 2, and I didn't see that from A&M. You saw the big step back, and Jimbo Fisher talks all the time about it's not just on the quarterback. It's not just on the quarterback. It's on everybody else around him too. And this afternoon, I just didn't see a lot of help coming from other areas aside from Achane and Isaiah Spiller. Came up big late, big runs, a couple big runs, and that just left me more perplexed why those two didn't get more opportunities, especially early in the first half. You kept just waiting for them to turn to the running game, and it didn't really happen until the second half. Again, you're going to go back and look at the film and clean a lot up. I will give a big credit to Zach Calzada for coming up big late with the big throws, the big throw to Isaiah Spiller, obviously, and just to respond after the big mistake in the fourth quarter. That's something he's going to learn from. Has to learn quickly, depending on how long A&M needs him for. He needs to take a big jump next week against New Mexico, because it's going to be on him likely. We didn't get a definitive update on Haynes King, but he was on the sideline in a boot and crutches after the game. Again, should get more clarity on his status on Monday. The bright spot I get for Zach Calzada, no interceptions today. That's a bit of a bright spot. You got to live till the next play, and that's what he did. He finishes 18 of 38, less than a 50% completion percentage, which isn't ideal at all. And then the key stats, some of the key stats that A&M really, dominated last week. Penalty yards were not good today, 7 for 65. And again, that was one of the big things is A&M just played from behind the chains too much, and that. With a young quarterback, it's just going to put you in problematic situations. And again, with a team that's got national championship and playoff hopes, those are some of the things you're looking ahead to. Again, A&M on third down, 8 of 20, got better late in the game, had converted a couple huge third downs, especially on those last two drives, to come back and pull out a victory. And again, that's one of those things that Jimbo Fisher said after the game is sometimes you find out what your team is on a bad day. But this was certainly a bad day for A&M, and it's going to need to get better in a hurry with the SEC schedule around the corner, because today was not good enough.